Toro?
Quesosi.
Hey.
Can you hear me now?
Is it like I don't? Is it a filter mustache? Is it paper mustache?
It's a filter.
Mark is here.
Marcoro. It's a
Yay!
fake mustache. Look,
Oh, it's a filter.
Mine's
it's a
fake
good
too.
filter.
Wow.
But I actually like it better than my own mustache that I can grow.
You know what's funny?
What?
I could have a good mustache, but it's just like it's not realistic to have a mustache now.
No,
What do you
it's
mean?
terrible.
If it was this,
No one likes it. No one likes it.
Joe has a mustache.
No,
Joe, I think you have
It's
to
the worst.
Take it from my experience. No one wants anyone to have one.
I think you have to put
It's
your
the
gain
worst.
up a little bit, Joe.
Okay.
see,
You're a little low.
Hey,
that's a little better.
Okay.
Your mustache is such a big part of your beard that it kind of looks more normal. It
Really?
like you having a mustache makes a little more sense than the average person, because it's like when you have a beard,
Jenny's shaking her head.
the mustache is
Nope.
like.
Emphatically, no.
Nope.
Well, I
Big nope.
emphasize it. I trim the mustache less than I trim the rest. Jen, your husband does this as well. So what's the difference?
He's hot.
It works. It works on him. He's a hottie. He's a
Okay.
hottie boom body.
Joe, you also right now have a flavor saver going too.
I mean, it's just the shadows because of the purple light, I think.
Purple
Because
light.
of the purple light. You mean just because of the overhead light? I don't think the purple would affect it.
It's purple. That's the picture. That's the color.
Purple always makes a flavor saver?
Yeah, purple makes you flavor save.
It's like the light is hitting Jenny's hair and going to Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a thing that I do where you guys have probably seen me do it 100 times. Like I do. Oh, Joe's got the pinky one, but I do this sometimes, like just like a little nose pull. I'm for people not watching the YouTube, little nose pull.
Sometimes
I do it a lot, right?
you do it a lot.
I also do this
you
a lot
do the nose
too.
pull. You do this. You push back and scratch 2 or 3 times, and then all the way back.
Oh, cool.
Mark,
What do you do?
Don't
What do
you
you do?
something like this, Mark? You like kind of rub your neck.
The weenus? Oh, don't hit the microphone.
So 2 things. So we already started, and you're recording the video of this?
That's right.
All right. Then the stuff that I said right at the beginning has to go.
Okay.
Oh no!
Thank you.
What did you say?
Spoiler.
But say it now. What you said in the beginning, and they could still cut the beginning.
Jenny, you look like you're in the back of like a limo circa 2003.
Maybe I am.
That'd be cool in an Escalade limo stretch.
You have a purple light too? What's that? What is that coming from?
I do. I have the stripped LED lights in my
Ooh,
front
Rip.
window.
Holy shit! Wait,
Yeah.
we didn't get Mark's 2. We got his 1.
Which is why I'll delete the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he freeze?
Wait, what? My 2?
Oh, you
I'm
said
not
2
frozen.
things. 1, you have to delete the beginning.
And then was it about
Oh
your
no,
neck?
I was like, the 1 was, did we start recording, and 2 was,
Oh,
and there's
okay.
video.
Yeah.
Understandable. Understandable.
But-
Should I take my mustache and background off? Is it annoying?
It looks good, honestly.
You see how it outlines
fine.
my head?
I really like. It's odd. That's really a filter.
I know. It's
good.
really
Wow.
good.
It's really good.
I know, and I think it's actually like a better mustache than I can grow because it has like more shape.
What do you hate about my mustache so much, Jenny? What is it?
I mean, it just. I don't know. Your face is so round.
Oh my God, Jen, this conversation with the shapes of faces.
Why is that a thing that Jen brings up?
What?
Yeah, we were talking yesterday.
So Mark texted me yesterday and says that my daughter Anna looks like Sarah Paulson, which is fine. Mark like immediately
Okay.
felt very bad about it, and I was
Well,
like,
because
it's
you were
fine.
like,
But her face is
Okay.
pointy. She's got like a pointy, like a witch chin,
no, she
and
doesn't.
a pointy nose. She's
You're
got
talking
like
about your daughter like she's a monster. I can't believe it.
what?
You're
Stop
talking
it
about
right
Anna
now.
having a witch face.
You know, think
And
about
she's
this.
got like
Hey, Jenny, think about
really
this.
high cheekbones.
Sarah
What?
Paulson is somebody's daughter.
And I didn't say she was ugly. I said that she was pointy. That's
The
it.
only part, I'll say this, the only part I'm talking about is the mouth. They have similar mouth. Pointy
the
as hell.
least pointy part of her face.
Still pointy.
I could see it. I see a little Paulson in there.
You do?
I think so. Yeah,
The mouth.
not the pointy stuff, but the other stuff.
Round stuff.
Are you guys, Jenny and Mark, are you as excited as I am for like the idea that Joe's probably going to have kids?
Who, me?
Hell yeah.
How excited are you?
I mean, I'm through the moon.
I'm not letting them see you.
Right through it.
I'm keeping them
I'm
away.
through the moon, and it's hard now because there's ice on the moon. They found ice on the moon. But I'm through the moon.
Hopefully, my kids' faces aren't too round for Jenny. To
Oh,
hang
they're
out with them.
fully round. Look at your face.
Yeah, if
You're
you're
gonna be a
maybe
little
if your
owl.
kids don't have mustaches, then they'll be okay.
Everyone knows kids are born
That's
with
all.
mustaches.
You know that cartoon of the
Shave 'em.
owls, and they sing like "Ooh, doo," you know, like they like that jazz singing owl
Oh, no.
family from
I love
like
to singer about
Yeah.
the moon and the Juna and the Springer.
exactly. That's gonna be like your family.
Okay, that's nice.
Edit that in, Joe.
I love to sing about the moon and the June and the Springer. I love to sing about a sky of blue or a deep or two, anything with a swing to. And I love you. I love to sing.
What?
Edit it in. Edit it in.
Oh, edit
the
it in?
cartoon. Edit
Alright,
the
I'll
cartoon
write it
in.
down.
Edit your kids into this podcast.
You know, you could do that if we just didn't release this for, I don't know. What do you think, Joe? 2 years?
30 years,
Definitely 30 years.
at least.
Be safe, yeah. And
I
then
have-
by then you could probably just like, it won't even be hard to put them into a video. They'll be like deep fake shit. Like you can't even.
Did you
30
watch
years.
that show? You
Yeah,
watched that show?
Guys,
Good.
guys.
really good.
Lisa didn't know it was a Trump deepfake until 6 minutes in.
I didn't either.
Oh,
The
What?
the host
It's
of the show-
instant.
The host of the show I didn't recognize as Trump until the
It's
second
his
segment.
face.
I
It's
know.
his
I was like,
exact face.
it looked more like Robert Pollard to me, like from
It
Guided by
is
Voices.
The hair.
I didn't. I was like, this. It didn't hit me. It didn't hit me until the second segment.
Lisa goes, huh, he actually looks like Trump. And I said, he? And she was like,
did
oh.
I like watch it right now? Because
He.
I didn't
And I was
yet.
like, it's about deepfakes. It's like, all right, so for people who don't know, there's a Matt Stone, Trey Parker show. Is it going to be a show on
I
YouTube?
don't know if there's more
There's already
episodes.
like there's half-hour segments already.
Okay, so right now there's just one out as of now, and it's like a deep fake show, which is a genius idea. I wonder how they're allowed to do it, because it is Trump's likeness.
It's on YouTube. That's probably why it's not on Comedy Central.
Yeah, but it just
What's
dropped
it
and
called?
it's bizarre.
It's called Sassy Justice, which is a really dumb name, but I think,
I thought it was good at first, and then I was like, what's the real point of view here? After like the first 6 minutes, I was like, what is this?
I think they're just having
But there's a
fun.
lot of stuff up. There's a lot of episodes.
Like
Yeah.
the Al Gore, oh really, there's a bunch? Okay. The Al
Well,
Gore was
there's
so funny.
5,
And then I was
6?
like, I don't know what else is here.
I guess it's just like they're having fun, and it's kind of like don't trust everything you see, because it was pretty convincing, a lot, like some of it.
I think just the conceit of having him have a silly voice is worth watching.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think just that is like a funny character. Let it unfold. I only saw one episode, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, check it out later, Jenny. Let us know what you think in the comments.
I will. All right. I'll write it in.
They're a funny duo or show because there's like staunch like on the left and right that are like, yeah, they're liberal, or like they're libertarians. Like they kind of keep everyone fooled.
That's good.
Are they still very pro-Trump? They were the first time around
Really?
in 2016. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
Are you sure?
I can't. I mean, they skewer.
I
him
guess
on the
I'm
show.
not sure.
I have no
Mr.
idea.
Garrison. Mr. Garrison is Trump, and I don't think
Yeah,
like a positive thing for anybody.
and his running partner was
I'm gonna
Caitlyn
fact check
Jenner,
myself.
who kept running over people in every episode.
That's right.
I don't think they're fans.
I feel like it's cool to say that they're geniuses, but I haven't seen a new episode of South Park in like 15 years. I feel like I don't know, like
It's still good.
Mm.
You should watch.
yeah. When I see a random one, it's always great.
The special, the quarantine special, COVID
Pandemic
special,
special,
pandemic
whatever.
special.
Oh yeah, I
was-
started
It
it.
was pretty good. It wasn't great. I guess I expected more.
I admit I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Do you think
I'm
I
not
could
a- I don't need to love everything by a product like a show that I love. You know, like Arrested Development, I love so much, and then I'm okay to say like the back half is bad.
Do you
There's a
mean
whole
seasons
season
4
I
and 5?
watched.
Yeah, I never saw season 5, and I
They
love
don't.
the show.
They don't exist.
Yeah,
They just don't exist. Not worth mentioning.
The first new one was funny.
Was it the one where? Well, if it was the one where it was like shot they broke the entire format, where it was like all Tobias episode, all
yeah,
yeah,
season 4.
that was tough for me. I was like, that takes it out of what I love about the show.
But the Job episode with him, and there's like a weird identity love triangle with Ben Stiller's
With
character.
Ben Stiller.
Oh my
And they
God.
just, everything they say, they keep going, same.
Yeah.
And then he says, that's insane. That was one of my favorite jokes.
That's
That,
insane. That is really funny.
If
Okay,
you-
I'm back on it. I love it. I love Arrested Development. I love South Park.
Case, not to pull a case on you, but I think your mic is not connected to this.
What do you mean?
I,
Very
The
I
whole
haven't heard a
time?
word.
It sounds very like roomy.
Oh,
It wasn't connected.
Yeah,
Wait, this whole time.
classic us. This
Wait,
is a
why didn't you-
professional podcast. I just
Nobody
noticed.
picked up on that? You're all fucking musicians.
That's right.
I
This
don't
is-
know. I hear you. That's what I know right now as a musician. You're
here on-
talking and sound is coming out.
It's a lot
From here on
better now.
out, guys. It's gonna be buttery.
It sounds so much better right
Yeah,
now.
so
It
much
was
better now.
really shitty
From here
before.
on out. Don't even worry about it, guys. It's gonna be all good from here.
The four,
Let's
of us,
erase everything.
the 4 of us never played together. This is a band right here.
That's true.
Oh, good question.
But we have all played together.
Let me tell you let me guess all the iterations. So me and Mark were the sleeves. Me, Jenny, and Mark were the stangles.
Which we never actually played anything together. We were just
And
a
we
band
were-
together in
We
name.
were also a band called Your Racist Friend, which was They Might Be
Mhm.
Giants cover band.
What's
Yes.
the
Well, no,
sta-
you had those are 2 other members though.
Right.
what's
so
the
that doesn't
Stangles?
count.
Right, but me
Like
and
me and
Mark were in a
Joe-
band together.
Oh, okay, that counts then. So me
That's
and
what
Joe
I
were
mean,
like
yeah.
Paragraph. Okay, because me and Joe were
Mhm.
also a group at one point called
Two
Joe?
thirds.
2/3.
Yeah.
Because we were 2/3
And I was
of
in a
Lever,
band-
which actually had 4
Oh.
people in it. In which case, Mark was in that.
Yeah.
Four fifths.
Wait.
And me and Joe were in blank postcards together.
Yeah.
Casey,
yeah.
I don't think you and I have ever been in anything.
Oh yeah, I fucking forgot. I actually did forget that.
Joe, me and Joe.
Not
Oh.
like solo. But
Oh, I guess not.
we have
Or
like.
li-
Oh wait.
I feel like we have duos. Like we did Boom Boom Cocky. What's that song called?
Unconditional love.
Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you. Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you.
Baby, ever since I saw your face, I wanted to come on it so bad.
Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you. Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you.
God damn you slut, I wanna go bukkake on your mouth. Boom, boom, boom.
Baby, I wanna make love to you.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, cocky. Boom, boom, boom.
Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you. Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you. Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you. Ooh, baby, I wanna make love to you.
Boom, boom, cocky.
Yeah.
I mean, you have more songs than the Stangles.
You got
What does that
more
mean?
songs than the Stangles.
What does that name? The Stangles. What does that mean?
Something about strangling, and then there was
Well-
a baseball player named Casey Stengel.
Well, the Sleeves, which was me and Mark, made one song, and it was just the Jenny Miller
My
birthday
birthday
song.
song.
Crash, a
great
baby
song.
is born.
Crash.
That's a nice one.
I haven't heard that in forever. I don't even have
Oh,
that.
yo, we also did that cover of Love Will Keep Us Together, in which case I recorded vocals sincerely, and Mark wrote me back immediately like, dude, these are so funny. And I was like, oh no.
Really?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
told
Because
me
I
that.
remember like what I sent you a take that was like, I just wanted to try something different. I was like, love will keep us together. Like sincerely singing like that. And you were like,
Sincere.
dude, I can't believe you did this. This is so funny. And I was like, oh, this is all through AIM. I was like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
good. I'm glad it was funny.
Just to recap that story, you were like, I recorded these heartfelt, like super sincere lyrics. I was like, love, and you told me it was funny.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you were wrong at all. You were 100% right, but it's so funny that you make these decisions sometimes, like as like a young artist. Let's
Oh
just say.
goodness, yeah.
I never would have. I would not have done that out of ill will.
Oh, of course not.
But
Jen,
it was
did you
so
ever-
funny.
Did you ever record anything sincerely like that? Like,
not
like the way
not
Casey
as
did?
not as
Love.
sincerely as that. No.
Oh my God,
Love.
we forgot an incredible thing that Joe, you're gonna have to play a little bit of,
Okay.
which is Up in the Sky.
Oh,
Can
it's
you tell
beautiful.
that story, guys? Because
Oh,
Mark
yeah,
and
that's
Jenny
me and
recorded
Mark.
this. Yeah, recorded
yeah.
the song. Tell
That's
the
like
story
a
of
just
that.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the story is that one time in 5th grade, my friend was over. My brother said, "Oh, here's something you guys can do. Write lyrics to a song, and then I'll make a song and you'll sing it." And I wrote these very morbid lyrics in 5th grade about dying and going up in the sky. And then we recorded it, and I don't know, some years later I like found the tape and showed it to Mark, and he loved it. And he was like, "We need to record that song." I was like, "Okay." Every time I've done this song, I've just been like, "All right, this is a weird thing that I wrote the words to."
People
it
just
was
keep telling you
one-
to do it.
One day I
Yeah.
picked a flower, then I died.
You know where I went? Up in the sky.
I want to hear the original
Repeat.
version, like the pre-Mark version.
Yeah. Do you still have? Does Jay have that?
I don't know where it is.
I bet
I
Jay
have
has
no
it.
idea.
Yeah. Although he offloads stuff sometimes. Like I hate to say this, Jenny, but
He's so
he's
forgetful.
constantly- But he's also constantly a person that, people are like, if you start giving away possessions, you should watch out for that person. He does that constantly. He's always like, here's a bunch of tapes that I made, like comedy tapes from when I hosted a
Well,
radio
you
show.
should should also always be looking out for Jay because
Yeah.
he's always real close.
Wait, what is that saying? You should always look out for someone that gives away possessions.
Yeah, like
I
it's
don't know
like,
if it's not a saying, but like if someone starts giving away all of their things,
Oh. It's
a red flag.
It's not a good sign.
yeah.
Oh, so like every yard sale, there should be like a hotline person.
Like, yeah, that's
They're
that's
selling
how
it.
therapists find their
Sure.
clients.
It's the money is the difference.
It's
So
like,
like a
can I
vigilante-
help you find something? It's like,
Right.
can I help you find something?
A vigilante
God.
on Craigslist looking around at the free stuff section, just trying to save lives.
Vigilante.
All right, so wait, we have to play.
Suicide vigilante.
Joe, did you play the song yet?
I'm about to now.
One day I picked a flower and I died. You know where I went? Up in the sky. Up in the sky, up in the sky. Up in the sky, up in the sky. There's a dead bird over there and a broken piece of glass. I just fell, guess where? In the grass. Up in the sky, up in the sky. Up in the sky, up in the sky. Up in the sky, up in the sky. Up in the sky, up in the sky.
and that was Up in the Sky. And then
Gonna s-
I don't want to play
was
this
good.
one, but then me and Danny Lane recorded one, and I
Okay,
think
now
you
you're
guys
just
hated it.
doing this because you know I'm editing the
No,
episode.
I'm saying
and-
you don't have to play it, Joe. I'm saying you don't have to play it.
Okay, I won't.
This could be bonus content for the hardcore listeners.
Boner content.
And Up
we
in the
call it.
Sky, can you just loop a few times the very beginning where I sniff like
Yeah.
all of
Oh,
my
yeah, it's
snot
when you
up
had a
into my
cold.
nose? It's like
Yeah, and
a really
I'll-
big one.
I'll loop it with that thing Mark said at the beginning that he made me cut. I'll just throw that in there.
When I heard that recording that you guys sent, I was like, I have to be in a band with Jenny. Like I was just like, I have to be in a band with Jenny Miller. It was like I was like, what a unique, cool voice, and I still feel that
Definitely.
way to this day. And
That's
that
why-
Aw,
recording
thanks.
is I think that recording holds up. It's really cool, and especially like I was into like I was always into like female voices, but I was definitely into like ones that are like a little unconventional. And I think like you had a perfect balance of like, you know, good pitch, but also weird.
Like Captain Anthony.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always into
Both of
really
them.
cool voices like, hello.
Play that, Joe.
Is that
I mean,
what
he
I
doesn't
sound
have it.
like?
I think
What's up
I
in
have all
the
I have all
sky?
my embarrassing stuff.
And Mark.
I have all of your embarrassing stuff.
Jenny, I was jealous of everyone being in bands with you. That's why I was like, please play in the blank postcards.
You really, really pushed for me to be in that
Yeah,
band.
it was
It
great.
was
It was a
the
good
most
chapter.
it was the most intimidating thing I've ever done in my life.
I had
be
no
in
idea
that
you were
band.
intimidated.
Justin writes
It was so
hard
scary.
shit.
Yeah.
It was so scary to go to those practices.
it's all-
It
it was
was
all
like
really
do do do
fast.
do 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 do. But it wasn't
Yeah.
like fingering. It was all just power chords. It
Yeah.
was like do 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 do.
Yeah.
It was really, really
It's
fucking
challenging. I know.
intense.
I
Yeah.
didn't
And I
realize it
really
was
felt
hard,
like
but-
I had to keep up. It was so hard.
Oh, you did
It
great.
was fun. It was super fun.
What's the
then I
hardest
quit.
music projects that you guys ever had to take on? Like Mark, you did a bunch of those cover shows or a few of them, right?
Yeah.
But
It's
maybe
al-
that doesn't count, but
Yeah, it is. Always playing live doesn't come naturally to me. So just like any part of it.
Really?
Except the drums. And whenever I'm like drumming in a band, I'm happy, but like singing and playing guitar live, it's kind of difficult to manage.
when you guys did Anna Eng, did you do Anna Eng, by the way?
Yeah.
What did you play guitar and sing on it?
Matt Wilson sang on that.
Oh,
And
because
he
that's
fucked up all the words. He was
hard.
so drunk that
He
That's
was
right.
so bad.
he was
He
like
was
falling.
so not good at it,
Yes,
at any
uh,
of it.
That's
That's
him
a-
on
that-
Halloween.
that's
He's the
maybe the
nicest
weirdest.
guy.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
But I always have trouble. Like that's a tough one because it's like dun 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 dun, and then like make a hole with the gun. It's just tough. It's like it's a hard one that I never. I
A lot of
gotta.
their stuff is like that. John Flansburgh is he loves that staccato, like that dun dun dun. Dun. He loves that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
a lot of their stuff comes out like that.
I
You
think,
know, what was a tough one for me early on was that Foo Fighters song, all that like all my life I've been looking for some because it was like yeah. And then singing over that was tough, and I remember trying to practice that.
I remember that when Casey first got his drums, or maybe it was like right before, or it must have been right when you got it. You were so fixated on learning how to do the beginning
which
of
one.
that Stroke song.
Wait, the
Last Night?
oh
No,
yeah. Yes.
And you were like, I'm gonna get this, and it was like a few days or
I
whatever.
remember it was so hard. I remember
It's
being
like-
at Billy's house and you kept being like, just do this. And you would do it. And I'd be like, whoa, hold on, Mark.
It's my
Stop
favorite
the
lesson when
presses."
someone's like, just do this.
Yeah. You know who like the best drum teacher I had was Billy Gagliardi, who is arguably like, not a drummer first.
He's the
Like,
Ringo
it's
of
like,
drummers.
yeah, it's like piano and guitar and whatever else. And drums probably he'd probably admit last, but he was the best teacher. He taught me like fills. He taught me like all the stuff that I think he could really like get his head around. And then I think I just kind of kept going in that direction. But yeah, Billy Gags. What would I do without him?
Did you see the video of Henry playing the drums?
Yes.
So good.
He knows how to
Holy
play the drums.
crap.
He can
All right.
play the drums.
Henry is Mark's son for Joe who doesn't know that. Joe,
Right.
I
Who
don't
is
know if
this?
you knew that.
What is that?
You only care about your future kids. And how old is he now?
2 years and 7 months.
Wow.
3 years and 7 months. He's
That's
not
right.
even 3.5. He is,
Two.
right? He is.
2 years and
He is
2
not
years and 7 months.
Oh, you said 2?
2
I heard-
years.
I heard 3.
7 months. Yeah, 2
heard
years
3.
and 7 months.
And that would be 3.5, but so he's over 2.5.
Yeah, so just to go back, you misheard me and you thought it was 3, and then you thought that 3 years and 7 months
Yes.
is less than 3.5
Yes.
years.
Yes. Also accurate. Yes.
This kid is
And I
2
can't do
years.
the strokes beat.
He
I can
is-
now.
He is a little bit over 2.5, and I only showed him once, and he can play like the rock beat.
And he really likes it, huh?
Oh, every day. Every day I finish working and I come downstairs and he just sprints all the way around the corner. He's like, "Can we play the drums? Can we play the drums?"
As a dad, are
Aw.
drums too loud for you now?
No.
Because I'm getting to an age where I'm like, oh my God, those drums are too loud. Like anytime, like I set up my drums at my brother's place because that's where I like left them at because it's like a house. And I put them in the garage and I started playing and I was like, oh, I need earplugs. These are too loud.
I am so glad I've been wearing earplugs for years now. I can't play without them.
Yeah.
And there were times when like, either you guys or Pat would come over to my basement and we would play. And I remember my ears ringing and like kind of being a little deafened. I'd be like, wow, that was cool. We really rocked. But now I cringe when I think about how terrible that is for you.
Yeah, I think Pat's got really messed up hearing. He always says that when he's like going to bed and it's really quiet, he just hears like,
Oh no, I didn't know that. That's
That's what he
terrible.
told me.
Ooh, that's so bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad news bears.
Supposedly there's some kind of like electroshock thing that like fixes
Yeah.
that. Is that part of your purview, Mark?
No, not. But audiologists and speech pathologists are part of the same professional organization.
So you guys go to little mixers together and stuff.
Yeah, the big conference, whole bunch of shit that
What's
I
it
don't
called?
care about.
Big Con?
ASHA,
Asha.
the
Oh.
ASHA convention.
I'm surprised that we don't have a LASIK for hearing.
A laser for the ears?
It's like a LASIK surgery that, like, you know what I mean, gets your ears back to 2020.
It's like too small
It's
of
very complex inside
Are
the
you
ear.
kidding me? We fucking slice eyeballs like the Pixies or something, and we could do that, but we can't slice ears.
They're much bigger. Eyeballs are much bigger than everything that's inside your ear hole.
Have you seen an eyeball?
Have you
Have
seen
you?
an ear hole?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have an ear
Isn't
like camera. I could hook it up to the Zoom. You guys could see inside my ear if you wanted to.
That's what I'm talking about. You got these cameras. You can fucking
Do that.
laser
Okay.
shit.
hard pass? Hard
Keep
pass.
talking.
No,
What are you talking
it's
about?
brown.
Get it.
It's
I've
brown
seen
in
it.
there.
I've seen it.
He's got pointy
One
ears.
time, me and Joe used to work at Marie's Gourmet together. One time he came in, it was the morning, he came in from home and he had something brown on his shirt. And I was like, ew, what is that? And I went up and I was like about to touch it. And I was like, is that chocolate? It's really gross. And then he like looked down and kind of like touched it and almost went to eat it and was like, oh, that's earwax. That was wax from his ear, came out of his ear and
Yeah,
landed on his shirt. It's
he's
disgusting.
waxy.
He's got so much
This
earwax.
is the chocolate story.
Yep, that's the one, Joe.
I'm
But
second
it's-
place though with earwax because I have a lot too. And Granny has had so much earwax, but now it seems better. But she had some real Joe Ambrosio earwax.
Wait.
What just
He
happened, Joe?
he put on his ear camera.
Wait, and you could see it through the computer?
He has a computerized ear camera.
Wait a second. So it goes
Oh,
on the
yes.
lens?
Yes. Do it deeper. Focus it.
Wait a second. I didn't know that it was like this. He's been waiting for this day. Oh my God. I know he's been waiting for this day.
It's a spider.
I know that- I
Have
know-
you ever seen those videos? Oh,
So for those of you who are just listening and not watching, we're now we're doing a colonic, but in Joe's ear. And he's taking us through his canal, and it's dark and cavernous and scary. And
Wow.
that does
I
look like
hate
a
it.
dick.
Think about how interesting it is for the people that are listening to the podcast right now, and we're like going into Joe's ear while
know.
they're listening to us in their ears.
That's
Is
right. If,
interesting the word?
well, if they have headphones, right? If they're listening through headphones,
Yeah.
like where our voices are inside there, where we are looking in Joe's ear.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so
You
pussy
have
and weird.
is that a bubble?
I
Yeah,
feel
why
like-
does it seem like it's
That's the eardrum.
reflecting back at us?
Oh wait, why did he talk? That freaks me out.
This is my eardrum.
Yeah.
I had
Wow,
these
I
clean
don't
not too long ago and
know.
it actually looked pretty good.
I don't
It does
think
look good. I feel like I'm about to see God.
Yeah, that's the eardrum. Isn't that wild? There's some wax.
I hate this so much.
Why do you? What is this? Is this for the ear?
I don't know if he can
That's
answer that.
so cool. Joe, put it up your butt.
He probably did.
Joe, come on.
Put it down your wiener.
Maybe it is up his butt right now.
I wouldn't know the difference.
It's wax.
Same amount of cum. Oh my God.
Ah.
What am I saying? It's his mouth. Wait, why is that in your mouth now?
Inside your ear.
Wait, does your ear
Wow.
have teeth? Wait, did you put that in your mouth after
Oh, he
putting it in
can't-
your ear?
He can't hear us. Oh, he doesn't have his headphones in.
Whoa,
There he is.
that's crazy, right?
Yeah, wait, why'd you show your mouth? Did you put it in your mouth?
Because you were talking about my butthole or something, right? I kind of
Oh,
can hear it.
and
So I was trying to deep fake you guys.
you know what that looks like? Remember what like all of our computer microphones looked like? That was like that.
Yeah, the thin
that
one that
thing.
would come with the computer.
That might
Yeah,
have
it
been
would come
how
with
we.
a PC
That's probably how we recorded a couple of the songs we just talked about.
for sure.
The
Definitely.
Sleeves birthday song, for sure.
I got this thing on like an Instagram ad. It's like really like the instructions are in like broken English and stuff. It's definitely not a good thing to have, but it's kind of fun.
I want to know about your purchasing, Mark and Jenny. Like, so
how
like
many ear cameras do you have?
Lisa once in a while will like get like a targeted ad and buy it. And I've talked to other people who are like, yeah, I do that.
This is
And I'm
literally
like,
the only time I've ever done it. I've never
What
done
the
it any other
hell?
time.
I'm like, I even if I did want the thing I saw, I would like close out Instagram, open up like a private browser, and like set like separately purchase it, just so they don't know that I bought it. I don't want like to get those ads forever, or let them know that they won.
It does feel dirty to me.
I get a lot of like kids stuff. I get a lot of like toys and kids clothes. A lot of pat over and over.
What's
Just like
pat?
it's a kid's clothing thing. Like a real Mark, your son has a pat sweatshirt. So
Great.
your wife has definitely
Got that
patted.
ad.
Which one? The one with the sunrise?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Pat
now
pat.
on,
That's the one.
I'm trying to scroll and see like what ad I get.
Mine have been all political, and I often click it and just do like $10 or whatever.
So it works on you.
I get a lot of underwear ads
Ooh,
for this underwear for this underwear brand, and I
pat.
was going to buy something today. That would be a good name for an underwear brand. See,
Pat-
like right, and
Pat
I guess
Given.
I get a lot of political stuff too, because I see Amy McGrath's face all the time when I scroll through my stuff.
Mark, I don't know anything about Massachusetts council people, so give me some names. Any fun names in Dedham, Massachusetts?
I don't know about the town stuff. I'm
No.
gonna be honest with you.
Wow.
All right,
Some
I
civic
just-
engagement.
I
It's
just
like
got
nobody
the
was
ad.
running. When I went to the fill out the ballot, it was like all these things were like blank, and other ones were just like one person who's already there.
This is weird. This ad says, type 1 diabetic trying to make the world better, where clients become family, crime
Wait.
defense, family law,
Wait, what is this?
hashtag wrestling lawyer,
What?
www.thesellerslawfirm.com, 100
Sounds like
South Hill
Interesting.
Street,
This is Russian spam, I think.
Griffin, Georgia, thesellerslawfirm.com,
That can't be real.
770-415. I can't make out the last four
I think
numbers.
it's 9848. I
Yeah.
can see on your phone from here.
Wait, you get those ads too?
I get
Are
them
you
all the
gonna-
time, nonstop, but they're really nice.
There's an email too. It's admin@thesellerslawfirm.com.
Is this a deep fake?
Guys, that's definitely a scam.
It is a
But
scam, right?
you should probably call it and use that service just
Yeah.
in case it's
No,
not.
Casey doesn't click through on Instagram. He's morally against it, so he can't ever participate.
I can't.
Oh, so
Wow.
then you'll have to just go to the link separately.
So our listeners will have to participate on Casey's behalf to hunt down this stolen valor lawyer.
It's not a scam. It's a scam bone.
Wow. Is that what it says?
Oh,
I wish that was that was Jody's new.
He refused to do
Slogan.
a Podfile discount. I'm not sure what's wrong with the name, but he won't touch it.
I think I would raise money and pay for Jody to make a commercial. And if he ended the real serious commercial with, and I'm not a scam.
Like it's a classic green
it's just-
screen.
It's great. It's just like, client testimonials. It's like all the accurate information. Like we do wills, like whatever it is. And at the end it goes, and I'm not a scam.
I'm sure that's
totally
normal.
legit.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Mark?
Little burps,
Boyben.
little Michters.
Yeah, funny story. So funny. You guys, you ready?
I'm ready to fucking get my sides split.
Joe likes to make cocktails.
Mhm.
Joe knows his liquor. I'm in the liquor store the other day. I wanted to get bourbon because I wanted an old fashioned. So did my wife. Text Joe, what's a good bourbon? He goes, Michter's. I say, oh, I love Michter's rye. And he goes, I know, you were the one that told me about that.
Yeah, so it was a real circular suggestion, I guess. Really came
Holy
from
Oh, that was
shit.
that was the funny part.
Holy
Ah!
fuck.
The whole thing was the funny part.
That's
What are you
just-
talking
Also,
about?
boy, am I laughing.
Hello,
So, Joe-
Caroline's on Broadway. Are you open right now?
No?
So-
Nope.
So Joe goes, really super sincerely, he goes, Michter's.
Exactly. It was a lot funnier
As
Oh,
sincere
that part's funny.
if you could heard the recording.
Ever heard of like doing like a never-ending bottle? So a guy I know, sadly,
No.
his father passed away, and his father's favorite alcohol was or beverage was like that bourbon that's like Pappy's, like old Pappy's bourbon or something like that. It's like a nice one, but it's just a weird one, like old school one. And so he has a bottle that like him and his brother started, and they had like maybe like one drink each.
Happy
he's-
Van Winkle or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, Pappy Van Winkle, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he keeps pouring in, like once it gets to a certain level, like, and he uses it only on special occasions. And when it gets to a certain level, he'll kind of fill up the rest with another kind of good bourbon. And so it's like constantly a mix. I don't know if I like this, that we're Jenny and Mark are putting reactions to in Zoom to the video, and I'm horrified by it. That's my reaction.
Me too. I can't believe I invited these
So my
people.
friend's dad died, just to reiterate. And your reaction is celebration.
Mine's
crying from laughter and
Very literally from laughter.
deep throat. Great. So anyway, have you ever heard of that?
What part?
Like a never-ending bottle. Like so like you never finish the bottle and throw it out.
And you buy more and you put it in the same bottle.
You could buy the same, or like when you're gifted something from a special friend or person, like a good kind, you kind of make this mix. But the idea is that it's always diluted, and there's always still a little bit of that Pappy Van Winkle in
No, I
there.
never heard of that. That sounds like a nice thing. If
Beautiful.
I
Seems
die,
like a
make
beautiful
sure you guys-
tribute, a great celebration, if you will, Jenny.
If I die, can you guys have a Coors Light that's never ending that you all drink from?
Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
guess we
right?
could. But why would we do it for you?
We have to take a quick break because time is going to run out in the Zoom recording. But when we come back, Halloween stories. Okay. Well, hello, I'm a ghost.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. You thought that was gonna kill?
Yeah, didn't really land, huh? What did I do
mean,
wrong?
I don't know. I don't know.
I have a halo over my head, and it didn't kill. Jenny's
Oh,
muted.
Jenny, I don't think you allowed your mic to work. Have you been talking the whole time? Oh, your headphones are dead. Dead phones.
I thought you were pulling out a pack of cigarettes. Hey, Mark, I'm a ghost.
No,
No,
can't hear you yet.
wait. He kind of smiled. He gave a
That's it.
little smile.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me now. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Dad.
We won't scream. Is there a fire in the back or a candle, Jenny?
Both.
Okay, cool.
Little
I'm really
fire.
excited. I'm so glad. Thank you guys for doing this. It's funny that this hasn't happened sooner. You're two of our closest friends, and I feel so cool. Like I think everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, Casey and Joe have cool friends."
Right.
It's like about time. It's like we've been dealing with so many like herbs,
Herbs.
and now we get the cream of the crop.
The
Yes.
only friends that like your listeners know for sure that you have are each other, and they're like, oh, they don't have cool friends.
Right.
We talk about it all the
I
time. We're
see.
always like Mark, and we're like Mark is great, Mark, and we're like Jenny, and they're like these people don't exist.
Right.
Mm,
And here they
Even though
are.
Jenny's been on the podcast several times.
I've been here.
I've never been on. I know. It's been close a few times.
Do you have Halloween plans? Are you guys even putting candy outside?
Well, they have kids, right? You have to do it.
There's some other families in the neighborhood. We're gonna do some stuff, but it's gonna be like 30 degrees out. It's gonna be crazy.
You can show them a scary movie, like a David Cronenberg movie or something. There's a
That's
great movie
true.
about these twin gynecologists that would probably really scare Henry if you want to.
With Willem Dafoe. I've seen that movie.
No, it's Jeremy Irons.
Oh yeah. What's that movie called?
It's called Dead Ringers. It was really
That's
quite harrowing.
Wait, what the fuck's going on?
Jenny's having some technical
Oh.
glitches.
Oh my god.
She's sideways.
Hi.
I thought it would turn.
I
My
think it
iPad died. My headphones died, and then my iPad died.
Very unprofessional.
It should turn.
I know. It
Oh,
should. I turned the lock off.
There you
Oh,
go.
how's that? There we go.
Joe,
Scary.
Joe, do they have something where there's like a setup with two cameras that are next to each other, and you can get like a 3D image of someone, and then the other person puts on a VR headset? You can see the person in 3D. You know what I'm trying to say?
You're talking about the David Cronenberg movie, or
Is there? You're the VR guy. You're my.
I was just playing it before I got dragged away to do this podcast.
You're
What
obsessed.
it's fun. It's a fun time on in these trying times. What are you saying? It's like it's a scope so you can see what I
She's
see.
saying
a camera with two lenses, two separate image capture parts that are like about as far away as your eyes, and then you could film someone and make like a 3D sort of like.
yeah, they do have cameras that do that, but you're saying like
Like
one
stereoscopic vision.
like
And then go into somebody with virtual reality that's seeing.
It sounds like
two-
you're just
two
describing
things.
a second virtual reality headset.
No, the other person's just being filmed. They don't have to have a headset or anything.
I don't know. I'm not.
I mean,
sure.
yeah, they definitely have those cameras to do that, but it's I don't think VR is at the point where like it's so consumer that like those cameras will do well. Like
Facebook is pushing for it pretty hard right now. The Quest 2 just came out. It's very cheap, very accessible, and very powerful.
yeah, but even so, like are you now scrolling
It's very,
Facebook for
very
like
powerful.
videos? Like what how does it change? Like is Twitter going to be like now like VR Twitter where you're like going through, or Instagram is going to be VR Instagram? Are you saying that's the future?
I don't know, man. That would suck.
Imagine
possible.
Facebook finally succeeded and like we all just like went like into Facebook and just like stopped existing in the real world, and we're
The
just
Matrix?
Oh no.
like that's what Joe just said is happening.
Did I?
Joe's the first one buying into it.
No, I'm not
Joke
doing
claims.
the Facebook one.
Not yet.
And
No,
Joe
I
was
don't think
flipping
I will.
through Instagram, and it was like, "Do you have like $3,000 virtual headset?"
Okay.
Do you guys remember when Conan O'Brien had the segment called "In the Year 2000" and then it passed the year 2000 and they kept doing it for a couple years?
Yeah.
Like that's really fucking brilliant. It's
know.
so funny. It'd be like 2002 and they'd be like "In the year 2000."
It kind
He
of like
should really
refreshed a
look
bit.
into. he should look into doing comedy. It was very funny.
Yeah, whatever that guy's got going on.
Is he not? Or you just haven't watched?
I think she's just having a laugh.
Oh, I thought it was like a criticism.
I think it was. It was a joke and it was a criticism.
You hate Conan O'Brien.
I hate him.
You hate-
Who hates Conan? No one could hate Conan O'Brien. Come on.
NBC hates him.
Oh, I was saying it was a criticism. It was a joke and it was a criticism at Casey.
Yes.
Understandable. I
It
deserve
was a
that.
joke at your expense, is what it was. That's
Yeah,
all.
not a criticism. That's true. It wasn't like
Love.
about something about Casey.
But it's true. Love will keep us together. You know, I guess
Love.
that's all our time.
No, it's not. We have plenty of time.
We just started. We're just back from the break.
Are you guys doing anything for Halloween, Jenny? Are you guys gonna treat?
Yeah, we'll go out. You know, we're not gonna go up to like people's doors. But you know, if people put out, I'm sure most people will be like putting out candy. So
People put
we'll
out
just
this time of year for sure.
You know how there are people who are like Halloween people, and there are people who are Christmas people.
It's funny.
I'm neither.
Halloween person.
I'm a real like Thanksgiving, Easter person. I just want a meal and family.
Chris Vert doesn't like Halloween stuff. He is actively like turned off and upset at Halloween stuff.
It is
Really,
the
I love that.
Yeah, when he
Halloween
sees like
is the
plastic,
stupidest.
when he sees plastic ghosts on a lawn, he like gets mad and doesn't like it.
He
finds
so
it-
weird. What's his
finds it-
deal?
He finds it too chintzy. That's what he said.
What does that
Chris,
mean?
I love
He
you,
said
but
it's too chintzy.
What does chintzy mean?
You know, like just cheap like
what does it
manufacturing.
mean?
cheesy.
Cheap? But how is that cheap?
And it bothers
Oh,
him
Chris.
deeply.
Chintzy. It
Yeah.
feels racial. I don't like the word chintzy.
Okay. Not everything's got to be Chinese.
What? That's not even the race I was thinking of. Yikes.
Which race were you thinking of?
What other race?
Like I thought it was like a Jewish stereotype or something. Chintzy.
I never heard. I would have never have thought that.
Chintzy.
Got the word chin in it, like Chinese.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
Go
I'm
with
just
the
kidding.
letters.
we have actually Jenny. I didn't tell you.
Hello,
this before,
Conan
it's where I'm on
O'Brien.
the word Chinese on this podcast. That's what Mark said at the top of the episode. He just said Chinese, and I have to cut it out now.
You- Look at you, iTals. Just fucking going in on
We
other
prefer
races.
WAPs.
One
Wow.
time I had during a Thanksgiving, my uncle who's got like family in like Utah and Colorado, he brought his daughter who had married this guy who's like only lived in like Colorado or Utah or something, and he was just like, oh, he had my mom's spaghetti, which isn't incredible. It's nothing.
Mom's
I'm
spaghetti.
going to be honest. It's nothing incredible. Eminem wouldn't talk about it much. And he goes, "Oh, I love Italian food." He said it like that. He was like, "Oh, I love Italian food."
Were you were at this dinner?
Yes.
Did you like start laughing? Was there anyone to like laugh?
I said what?
about it?
I said what? And he was
What?
like, he was just like, Italian food. They don't make it very good where we are. And I was like, amazing. And I like shot a look to like my Uncle Lou Gianvito, who was like,
Louis G.
Uncle Lou Gianvito. Yeah, Louis
Oh.
G. Uncle Louis G.
Uncle
G and
Louis
Vito.
G.
I was at Mark's house once having pizza with him and his parents.
This is
And
one
they
of
were-
those stories that I remember differently, but
Well, how do
maybe
you
not.
know it? Because I mean, I would like to hear I guess the real version. I don't know. I was reading today that nobody's memory is correct. It's always going to be each time you even the fact that you're thinking about something alters it because it's a bunch of like
Definitely true.
shots of electricity that like change the channel that it's on in a way. You know.
Yeah,
So,
but that's fine though, right? Because nothing ever really exists,
it's hard to say at this point.
right?
But so I'm curious. I mean, my version of the story is that like, if I'm paraphrasing it, your mom like warned that you should wear a sweater more often because it was getting chilly out, and you went like, "Mom, I know," and I just for some reason I just started like laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing because I kept thinking about how weird it was that I was laughing, and that made me laugh harder, and it became
And then
a
everyone
cycle I
was
couldn't break.
silent,
And everyone else around the table was very
stared
silent.
you.
Yeah. What happened in your mind?
Well, the last time, actually, that sounds right now. Because the last time you told it to me, you were like, and then you turned to your mom and you were like, "Shut up, mom."
I remember Joe telling it that way as well.
And
I mean,
that's not. He finally got it right after all these years. I'm like, okay, that's what
I guess
happened. Yeah.
I guess maybe I embellished it then in other tellings.
Shut up, mom.
Shut up, mom.
Hmm.
You shut up and you eat that pizza.
You
I
shut up.
definitely had friends that would tell their moms to like shut up. Have you guys watched Pen 15 this new season?
I didn't finish this new
Holy
one.
I haven't watched the
shit.
new one yet.
Oh my God, Jenny, you have to watch it. There's-
I know. I love the first season so much. I don't have
It's
Hulu.
better. Oh,
You don't
take
have my-
take
Get
ours.
Hulu.
No, you have an account on Joe's account that I use.
Yeah.
It's like-
I haven't logged in forever. It was forever ago, and I haven't asked for the info since
Oh.
then. So
The
Joe,
password
text
is
me.
where clients become family.
Yeah.
Got it.
But there's a scene in it where there's like a friend who's like, it feels so real. Who's always just like, shut the fuck up, mom, you cunt.
Oh my God.
and then at one point, like, not
It
Maya,
feels real.
the other one, not Maya, the other one was like, was just tried it out and was just like, also they keep calling each other fools. They'll be like, come on, fool. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shut up, fool. Like, fun. And then Maya, like the other one is like, the mom's like, I don't know if we could fit everybody in here. It's just like, come on, just do it, cunt. And then Maya's like, what did you just say? And she's like, what? And it's like, you can't say that. I was like, I thought it was a type of fool.
It's funny.
And Lisa and I've been quoting it a ton. It's so funny.
I remember being pretty young and like, I think I said to my sister like shut up, prick. Like I said that and I just
That's
had
fun.
heard the word and I didn't
Prick.
know what it meant. And my
That's-
parents were like, whoa, coming in hot. They're like, what are you doing?
There's something about calling a girl a prick is kind of funny.
No,
Yeah.
clearly
shut
I
up.
didn't clearly I didn't know even what it was or like anything, you know, I just heard it somewhere.
I got in
I-
big
I
trouble for
called-
saying sucks.
Really?
Watch it, Casey.
Sucks got me in trouble. I said like, this sucks. And my mom was like, well, it seems like you're not going to be watching The Simpsons for a little while.
It was The Simpsons. I was in trouble for watching The Simpsons too. It was this like forbidden thing early on.
For sure.
I'm so happy. I had a lot of strange rules set in place throughout my childhood, but
Like what?
Like,
Whoa,
Like
whoa, whoa.
wear a sweater.
I always had.
Whenever
yeah,
you eat pizza,
like-
you wear a sweater, Mark.
One of them was not that you can't watch The Simpsons.
But what was one of them?
I always had the earlier curfews out of all of us and stuff. It was always just kind of like a struggle for no reason.
That's interesting because in my mind you were always like, yeah, I'm gonna go home. Like you didn't play it off like it was a curfew. You just like had to. You were like, I'm gonna go home now. So that's pretty good.
Shut up, Joe.
Wear a sweater,
Shut up.
Joe. I never really got banned from The Simpsons. We got banned from Beavis and Butthead. That
Okay.
was like, and then we could watch it. Like we could watch it, but we watched it at my grandma and grandpa's house because like they didn't know that rule. And so I remember being like, this is crazy, guys.
There was this weird scale where like if my parents found it funny, I could watch it with them. So like
Mm.
they would like watch
Like
Beavis and Butthead
porno.
and start laughing, and they couldn't like and like they found pornos really funny. You
I
know?
mean, they are. The storylines are
doesn't?
ridiculous.
Yeah, but they would laugh at Beavis and Butthead,
This guy's gonna fix
And-
the cable.
and it was like kind of okay to watch it. You know?
He's
Yeah,
got a
exactly.
huge dick. His dick's too
That
big to
stupid
fix
thing.
the cable.
His dick is
It's gonna
hysterically
get in the way.
large.
Her tits are hysterical.
Did you have rules, Jenny, or you're like the youngest kid, so it was like free reign?
And I was the youngest by a lot. My parents had 3 kids and raised them, and then 10 years later had me.
They like
So
forgot how to do it.
I was like an afterthought to an afterthought. So they didn't pay attention to anything I did.
Hmm.
I only remember in high school, like when the South Park movie came out, and I only wasn't allowed to see it like because the world was talking about kids not being allowed to see it.
That's so funny.
And then I did see it. So.
Was that difference?
'em.
Was that age difference harder for like dating? Because like, you know what I mean? Like you're older, they're older. Were they more conservative because they were like at that point, you might have had nieces. Yeah, you had nieces. So they were like grandparents when you were like dating in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like tough?
Oh, I never thought about that.
I didn't really date a lot. So
Because of it.
there was like, no, not because, just because I was a loser. I was like, I just didn't date a lot, and the couple of, I guess, people that I did date, it was like, it was bad news. So it was always not good and not
Yeah.
really fun to talk about. So and then I met Joe when I was 21.
Right.
So I feel like it's not, it's weird. The question that you just asked, I was like, what are you even talking about? Because
Right.
it's never even
Well, this is
been a
amazing too,
thought.
because Lisa and I just had this conversation up. We were like we were like at an outdoor dining place, and we like saw like these two people on a date, which is also probably hard nowadays. But I was just like, have you ever been on a date, like at a restaurant with someone, like just a one and done restaurant date? And she was like, no, and I was like, neither have I. Have
Really?
you
You
guys?
haven't? I have. Yeah.
No, no way. I mean, I mean, we talked today. Like, I had been on a date, like to go see a movie, or like even maybe like an ice skating rink or something weird like that. But like at the time that like we were single, was like a huge financial crisis. We were all broke. There was like, you know, restaurants were like, remember going to Cargo and being like, these entrees are $17, and being like,
I
Jesus,
never got an
fucking
entree there. Like, I don't
right?
think once.
Yeah, it was like we'd get like a burger, which came with like fries and a beer or something. Or you know what I mean? Like there was always like some sort of deal or an appetizer or something, like just like cheap shit. So like the idea of like going to to a restaurant and like taking someone out was like, after college, was like, you know, recession. It just wasn't our generation. And then we met, and I mean, I remember dating people for a while and going out to restaurants, but never like a one and done, like. And it, like, you know, I think we all kind of found our significant others, maybe not Joe, but like before apps.
I think even now.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, but you never
Joe's
went on
still
the,
single.
did you ever go on any dating websites, Joe?
I had them. They were like just beginning, and I was never really very good at that stuff.
Right.
Maybe I would have gotten better at it, but like it was too alien. It felt too like I don't know. There was too much of a separation with it or something where I feel like I couldn't connect. So I didn't really do it that way. It was always just like people I'd met,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't know. You just kind of end up. I remember I went on one, and I think I saw Jenny afterwards, and was like, there were some red flags here because she was like rude to the
Yeah.
waiter and stuff.
Like hitting him with a red flag.
Yeah, it was terrible. But I mean, that didn't, you know, that didn't stop me from going on a few more dates, even though there were those red flags.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I went on like, I was in situations where I would like hang out with someone maybe once or twice, but it was never like, let's meet at this restaurant, I'll take you out for dinner, or like, you know what I mean? Like the way it is, like it was, that
It does sound
seemed
very
so
formal.
adult at the time. And I mean, I met Lisa when I was 24, 23.
Is it adult or is it from TV shows and movies?
It's funny because the first thing I started thinking is I've been watching New Girl like obsessively, and it's people who are constantly like going out on dates and finding new people, and they go
Yeah.
out for a couple of times and hang out with their friends, and it's this weird world that I have never known in my life, like going on dates.
I think that's for
Never-
sure how it
never
works
done it.
now. I think it's 100%. It's either bars or restaurants for people who are on dating apps. If I had to, I mean,
Oh,
That's
it,
the apps,
you know,
yeah.
I think of our generation, it was like you met someone at a party, or like you'd be somewhere and then you might talk to somebody, you know, or like a friend of a friend. Like I met Lisa through, because of Tim Duffy was like on an improv team with her. So it was like, that's how that stuff works. But I think like
Dating feels
with-
old fashioned in some way. Like even the word dating, go on a date, you know, there's something about it, but
Yeah.
it's also, you can't, that's what you do, you know?
going with,
Yeah. Go steady. Pin someone.
I went with her. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird world now.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
just, we're
so
just-
so listen to this. So somebody I know was developing an app that, like, this is before COVID, that like you get tested for STDs, and then that goes to your
you just
dating
sh-
profile.
You piss on your phone or something, or you have to do like a,
It's like you do the test, and then like it, you know, like it registers, and it connects to like dating websites and stuff, so that like people see that you don't, you know what I mean? Like that you got tested like a week ago or 4 years ago, you know? And it's just like a thing. And then like all apps were like, no, this will kill our user base. Like, we don't want to fuck that. We don't want to do that.
We
So they completely switched their like STD testing thing to COVID. And
because they had the
they're
infrastructure.
doing,
for it.
yeah, they had the whole, and so they're ahead of the game.
So you can go on a date and tell someone you want their COVID tested.
Yeah, which actually probably is how it's working.
Wow.
I think if I was on those dating apps, I would
Kill it.
I would be worried about STDs,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to like think too hard about it, but I'd be like,
And you don't want to wear a condom. So what are you supposed to do?
no.
That's the other thing. Our generation also grew up being like, I was petrified by like
condoms weren't invented until after I met Allie. So like I just never heard about them.
Condoms still haven't been invented.
Yeah.
Joe, if
We're
you
still
even
waiting.
fucking tell me that you had premarital, I'll fucking flip out. I'll end the podcast right now.
I won't admit that I had premarital. No, I won't admit it.
Good. Don't admit it.
COVID cockblock Joe.
Yeah, but yeah, I that was definitely a concern too. I remember like, you know what I mean? Thinking of like when I was dating and I wasn't even doing much, but I'm being like, I gotta get tested all the time
Yeah,
for COVID.
it's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
They were like, what's COVID? I was like, it's
You'll
SARS.
see.
You'll see.
Well, you know what's funny is Jenny had a party January 2019, and the theme was Spain, and everyone brought Spanish dishes.
We have a Friendsgiving every year, and
Yeah.
we do a food theme for every year that we do it. And January 2019, we did Spain. And my friend Laura was like, oh, it's also the whatever anniversary of the Spanish flu. So I'm going to bring face masks. That's like my, contribution.
And now you have
make
all
it
these face
Spanish flu themed. And so like in the
There's
pictures
a photo
from
of me and
Friendsgiving,
Kaylee.
people are like wearing masks
Wow.
at my
I saw the photo and I
Friendsgiving
was like,
from
wait, what?
2019.
I was like, is this the wrong date? Like, because you also, I mean, like I saw you guys recently, not Kaylee, but I was like, this is so weird to see the masks. And I was like, it's so normal now that at the time it was like a joke, but that is weird that it was 100 years from that, from
I
Spanish
think it was
flu.
100 years.
They
yeah.
say fashion
It
is
was
very
just
cyclical.
Because yeah, it definitely was. I think it was. That's fucked up.
You know what's funny? The actually is the fucked up thing.
We hear your jokes, Joe, but like sometimes we just like keep moving. I just want
That's
like,
what
'cause
they're there for. It's
I'm
just a
sure.
little-
I'm
it's
sure
just a
some
little-
It's just
listeners are.
best for everyone.
it's
I'm
just
sure
a
there
little
are like
thing
there's like
that
a few
toss out there.
listeners that are like, everyone's missing this gold. And, but like I just want you to
missed
know
it.
we hear it.
I
Joe
missed
said
it.
fashion
laugh.
is cyclical, meaning masks. 100 years later.
Oh yeah, that was a hard pass on that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Mark's got a story. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah,
It
go
wasn't
on,
a
Mark.
real joke. It was more of an observation. But all right, go on.
Yeah. Okay, Joe.
All right.
You guys are-
What emotion do you feel when I say the words China virus? What's your opinion of that terminology?
I think I get bummed a little bit. You know,
Was my
Yeah.
emotion? I mean, I laughed when you said it, kind of, because I didn't expect it.
What's your judgment of people who would call COVID-19 the China virus?
I think it's slightly ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so lazy. It's just such
Yeah.
a lazy way to think and be a person.
All three of you just repeatedly said Spanish flu.
Yeah. Well, the
But that's-
yeah, the Spanish flu.
That's
That
yeah.
was, but it came from
Because
Spain.
I think the reason why I say it is because Spain was the only country brave enough to admit that there was an actual flu. So I give them credit for admitting it. I
So
don't
if
say
China
it as
would
like
just admit it, then
Spain
we
was
could call it
wrong.
the China virus.
I
I'm
say
not
it
saying-
because no. I know, but I know I completely understand the thought starter there, and what I like about that is because it was in the U.S. and it was in Europe and it was in a bunch of different places, but people weren't admitting it. They like didn't want to like seem weak as a country. So Spain was the only one to be like, this is an actual thing we should worry about. Then everyone started calling it.
Is that the
Spanish
story?
flu.
Is that the story behind why it's called the
I
Spanish
don't know
flu?
about that. Well, I think
So
that might
what
be part of it,
is-
but
What
what's
is the medical name for it? Was there a medical name for it?
probably
H-O-N-O?
So that's I mean, I guess that's the difference, right? Is that we've only ever known it as the Spanish flu, which is,
Yeah.
obviously, so we'll always attribute it to it being from Spain.
Go Spain.
I guess it was a
Yeah.
COVID. But it
Brave.
wasn't a
It was-
coronavirus. The flu's not a
Where the-
coronavirus, is it?
It was H1N1, influenza A virus.
So we
according
still
to-
have that around. That's still kicking to
Yeah.
this day.
Oh, definitely. If you get the flu, just like normally, like it either has some like genetic material from that. or-
Hey, even Brian Wilson is making songs.
See,
That's the
I don't get
physical.
that one.
Joe Ambrosio, huh?
I didn't get it. I want to.
See, I don't grab the spotlight when I say them. I just throw them out there and we move on. you know?
That's the point.
Yeah.
I was not trying to. I think Spanish flu
you got
is
me.
like the way that you'd say it.
Oh yeah. But I think I think there's a big difference between calling it the China
I think it's
virus.
because the victors write history and the rest of the world won against Spain in that one. So we
Yeah,
call it the
that one they
Spanish
were
flu.
just like.
I
Shut
think
up.
there are bigger issues with China than this thing. You know what I mean? So I'm not like gonna waste my time being like
Yeah,
also
but
this.
they keep producing all that chintzy Halloween material.